Hello out there, Extinction Radio. It's Peter Melton back with my weekly segment. And this week, I have with me the voice of Michael Adzema. Hello, Michael.
Hey, Peter, how you doing?
I'm really great. I connected with Michael. I saw something on the internet, and it said he had written a book called Funny God. And I just love the sound of that, as I love to explore how God might have a delightful sense of humor. And so I connected with Michael and have had a wonderful time chatting and thought we should chat with him on Extinction Radio. So welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, so give us the quick little 1 minute, who the heck are you? How you got to be here?
Well, I guess you could say I'm a pre and perinatal psychologist. And that's been my expertise. I've been in deep feeling therapy and been facilitating other people in primal therapy, holotropic breathwork, rebirthing for going 40 years now. I've been writing for 45 years, and what my deep feeling experiences took me and other people into was a realization of the truth about ourselves, but also of the world. We are in a unique time in history, a time unlike any other in the multi-billion year history of this planet, and we are of a unique species where we are capable of ending all life on this planet very soon. And we are likely to do that. So those of us who became saner and saner through this process of facing the truth about ourselves and became saner and saner about realizing the truth about the world, which is that the truth that everybody else is denying. Just as in therapy, people uncover the things that they've been hiding from themselves, the truths that they've been hiding from themselves. We were encountering the truths about what the world's hiding from itself, which is we're rapidly going extinct. We're rapidly ending life on this planet. Within anywhere between 20 to 50 years, half of the species now existing are going to be extinct, or half of the species existing 10 years ago, I should say. There's roughly 500 million species that have been estimated to be. I guess that's all kind of, things that are considered living, but still 500 million, and 250 million of them are supposed to be gone within like 20 to 50 years.
Yeah, wow.
Now, and we're part of a fragile ecosystem, and do we really think that we're going to be alive at that point? And that's just one of the many things that are going on. There, we're still dangling on a facing nuclear apocalypse. I mean, with the crazy people who are running the governments in the world, anything can happen. We got Fukushima radiating the planet. The point I'm making is that where I come from is a situation where not only have I been in that aspect of it, facing the truth about and trying to alert others to facing things that we need to face, but I've also been an activist. I've been involved in the environmental movement for many decades. I was involved in the anti-nuclear campaign in back in the 80s. I was part of Oregon Fair Share and was canvassing door to door on the anti-nuke issue. And at that time, we had nuclear power plants here that were being built, the WPPS plants, which were called ironically called whoops plants, because they were way over cost, and they were going to end up costing the people in the northwest part of the country $8,000 per household to not get any power, just to put them in mothballs. Well, anyway, we defaulted. We created an uprising that resulted in the city of Springfield defaulting on those bonds, and we had a lawsuit. It resulted in defaulting on those bonds, which resulted in bringing down nuclear power plant construction in the United States since then.
Wow.
No nuclear power plants have been built since then. So we're against nuclear energy, because it is just one more nail in the coffin of our extinction. I mean, we could see what happened with Fukushima. We were predicting that back then. So I'm involved in therapy. I'm involved in spirituality and in higher consciousness, but I'm also an activist. And I'm all about, we're heading rapidly, we're going over a cliff, but I'm all about making it the greatest adventure of all, making it the grandest thing that could be the biggest raising of consciousness that's imaginable, where we're all in this together for the first time ever, because all of our lives are at stake, our children's lives are at stake. And
Right,
if there's
boy.
no,
You put
there's
that.
never, if there's never been a time when we could raise ourselves to our better nature or our higher angels, there's no time like this.
Yeah, I love how you said we're really all in this together, maybe for the first time. Maybe really, I mean, obviously we're all in this together on planet Earth, but that was just too big for us to grasp, I think. That
Yeah.
but this fact that not only are we on planet Earth, but planet Earth is changing in a way that won't support life, puts us together in a different and perhaps more empowering way.
Yeah, and you think about all the other things that we're involved in, and the petty disputes and then between countries and the economic this and that, it's like all of that pales in comparison with what, with the end of all life, the dying of our children within our lifetime. I mean, dying of ourselves, but even I mean, okay, so we can say perhaps we can go a little bit beyond ourselves and care about our children, but even they're going to die. We may
Yeah.
have to witness that.
Yeah, and so what can that bring out in the human spirit? I know you've written
Yeah.
for so many different angles, and we only have a few minutes to talk here today. But tell us what this sparks in you and your writing about what you were just saying. How can we make this the grandest adventure, even if we are going off a cliff?
Well, yes, I have a lot of, for all I say about how dire it is, I also see it as the most hopeful thing in the world, because a lot of spiritual practices, and especially indigenous ones, will talk about the benefit of having death as an ally. Well, there's nothing better than thinking about your own death, your own demise, to spur you to a more serious or spiritual appreciation of life. I mean, if you were to say to yourself, well, what would I do if I was going to die in 10 minutes? You'd suddenly think of something important. What if I was going to die in another day, in another week? What if my child was going to die? The point is that this is just like the Chinese. They have that symbol for the for catastrophe, which is also opportunity. This is you can look at it one of either ways. It's like it's the end, and we can be all depressed and everything, or we could see this as the greatest opportunity ever to to raise ourselves up to a higher nature, to be aligned with a higher cause. The thing that really makes people, and I've gone all these years, been doing all this therapy, and I've been studying it, and I've been facilitating it, and I've been writing about it. But the thing that I found out that really brings people out of their own misery is aligning themselves with a higher cause. There's no higher cause. There's never existed a higher cause than this. This is
Right.
something that we can do that's important. So it's never been clearer. We could go off into the no form state, out of this physical realm. We could go out into the no form state, regretting and saying, "My God, we let it all happen. And we didn't do anything, and we were just, greedy till the end.
Right.
Greedy and
We got the
fat till the end."
we got the terminal diagnosis, and we still just sat at home and watched Price is Right.
I know we could go through eternity knowing that, or we could go through eternity knowing that even if we failed, hey, it was the most noble undertaking, most heroic thing that we did, and we united with people in a grand cause. And even if we failed, we had this incredible adventure. We turned it into this incredible undertaking that will make one of the most incredible stories, the grandest stories that will be heard throughout the universe.
Wow. Yeah, to know ourselves beyond this realm and to ponder what is the lasting story, what is the lasting ripples of consciousness that are beyond this realm that we know, and what will those stories be about us?
Yeah, and like we've talked about this before, Peter. It's like it's awfully strange. I mean, I've heard the figures are that there's many people now alive as has as twice as many as has ever existed, or as many as has ever existed, depending upon what you consider to be humans. That's awfully strange statistic when you think about it. I mean, there's just
Mm.
so many people alive. That's the first thing that hits you. The second thing that hits me, is it's as if we all showed up to see the end of the movie or to be part of it. You know,
Wow. Yeah.
we
Mm.
all reincarnated to be here now, as if like this is the most crucial time, and we're all going to either be here to watch the spectacle, to help, to be a hero in it, or heroine. You know,
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
would like us to be heroes. I would like us to be heroes. I would like us to be the best people that's ever existed. And hopefully we've all showed up to be that.
Yeah. Hey, Michael, tell us where we can find your work and a little bit about that side of you.
Find my work at Amazon. I got 7 books in print so far, and another one coming out in a few weeks. And so you can Google me.
Website?
Google, and my websites are Great Reveal by Silly Mickle and the Planetmates, and that's a good one. Becoming Authentic is another popular one.
Great. And let's
And there's several others.
spell your name for everyone so they can
Well,
look it up.
it's Michael, and the last name is Adzema. And I encourage anybody to connect with me on Facebook, Twitter, and all the rest of them, because
Terrific. Terrific.
I do a lot of teaching and interacting with people on these issues.
And you're just downright fun to talk to, as you've all seen here. He's got a lot of wisdom and exploration in this topic, but he weaves it together in a way I just love to say that here we are, and how are we going to show up in this magical time? And Michael, thank you for being on Extinction Radio with us.
Great talking to you, Peter. Thank you.